If you look at our product creation space, we are making leaps and bounds in this space. We're transforming the way we make products digitally. No longer we require to make everything as physical samples. We are able to use digital technology to use raw materials, convert them digitally and drape them digitally as well, so that you could make decisions much more faster and in a more sustainable manner. I think digital is imperative in any organization, in any industry. And it's no different in the apparel industry as well. So we at MAS, we looked at it a bit differently in order to transform our strategy. It was more or less looking at understanding what are the headwinds and opportunities which the organization or the industry in general can be hit, as well as the multiple countries in which you are working can get affected. Understanding those headwinds, those opportunities, and then crafting your strategy to support those headwinds or to problem solve those headwinds and to make sure we could ride on those opportunities, how we defined our strategy, right? So we don't call a digital transformation strategy. We call it a future-proofing program for MAs. For the main reason being, we believe that technology or digital is a means to an end. We don't want to get carried away with the buzzwords in terms of digital technology, but ensure that we are actually using technology to solve a problem within our organization and within the industry, and ensure we have these capabilities, and digital can be one of those capabilities which we are kind of having to withstand the headwinds or to ride on the opportunities out there. We follow a 90, 17 and a 2 rule, right? What does this mean? In the industry, they say that 90% of the people or the executives get excited when they hear the word digital transformation. 17% of them actually put resources, investment behind it, and only 2% actually succeeds in a transformation. These are statistics available out there. So we want to be in the 2%, and we believe having this framework, the governance methodologies is important to achieving, and not just having aspirations and initiatives for that matter. If you dive into some of the areas in which MAS is using technology to make these big shifts or these leapfrog moments in these areas, if you look at our product creation space, we are making leaps and bounds in this space. We're transforming the way we make products digitally. No longer we require to make everything as physical samples. We are able to use digital technology to use raw materials, convert them digitally and drape them digitally as well, so that you could make decisions much more faster and in a more sustainable manner. So that's on our product creation. We want to be able to give the visibility and transparency to our sourcing and supply chain team, so that they can make proactive decisions in case of any logistic issues or volatility which we have in this whole logistic space. Planning, another important area for us. Planning is actually the pace setter, I would call, in an organization, in a manufacturing organization. So we want to equip our planners with technology and data modeling, so that they are able to use past trends and use different permutations and combinations, so that you could plan more effectively and efficiency and optimize your capacity. For an instance, these type of work cannot be just done by a human. So you have to have certain automation, certain data modeling in place to get the best out of your plan. And when you dive into our colleagues in the factory floor, we have 90,000 of them. We want to equip them with proper dashboards, proper systems in place, so that you could make decisions at the rate of production, right? If you fall back on certain hours of the day, you could play catch up by giving this visibility to them. This is what we're trying to do in different areas. We're targeting different cohorts of people and bringing in technology where relevant to address some of those problems and future-proof them. If I dive into a bit more details on some of the interesting work and the exciting work we are doing, most of the use cases we are attempting are industry first. Right? They are new to the industry because we've kind of understood how some of the other industries have worked and brought in those concepts. So you're working in a playing field where you're going to get your hands dirty in doing new things, right? We also have a great framework in place to do pilots. And this is something new within MAS, where we've now kind of conditioning ourselves that failing is okay as well, as long as you fail fast. So that's the concept of a pilot framework in place, where we go after a hypothesis, and even if we prove it right or wrong, we consider it a success. Ideally, we would want to prove it right, and then so that we could continue to scale it. If the hypothesis proves wrong for some reason, we take it as, okay, this is one less thing we have to do in the future. So that's kind of the mindset we brought in to encourage people to do these pilots as well. The next one being, we are an organization which is agnostic of technology. We work with multiple tech partners out there and who bring in the right tech for the right problem, right? Along with that, we work with some of the top consulting firms in the world. And this brings in the outside-in perspective, not only from the apparel industry, but they bring in industry agnostic specific thinking as well to us. So, and the best part, in my opinion, is since our strategy or our transformation program, our future proofing program rather, is linked to some of those bold aspirations, as technology folks, we are usually satisfied saying we've delivered a project. But in this case, it's beyond that. We've delivered a project and we've helped MAs achieve some of those bold aspirations. So I think we are in a unique place in terms of sense of achievement. So exciting times ahead for MAs and for the technology folks out there as well.